Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me, MDW, for another action figure review. Yesterday I went to my local Toys R Us store and I picked up the Star Wars Toybox Kylo Ren action figure. So this will be a quick one, guys. I'm just going to crack him open and see what he's all about because I like the stylized design of the figure. So let's see what the articulation, and I'll have a look at the other figures in the line as well. Okay guys, thanks for sticking with me, champions. So, without further ado, let's have a closer look at the figure. Usually I do some stills of the packaging, but I'm just going to quickly run it through here. So, really nice window display box showcasing the figure within. Star Wars logo on the side, the Disney logo in the top corner there. Number of the figure, I'm assuming 1 in the wave. And then obviously there's got a little bubble there, lightsaber included. Thank you Disney for including the lightsaber. So Kylo Ren action figure, warning choking hazard, blah blah blah. And in the back we've got a look at some of the other figures in the wave. So we've got Disney Store is proud to introduce the Star Wars Toybox range of action figures, bringing adventures to life with characters from across the Walt Disney Company. So I'm assuming this is not just Star Wars. I mean, I've seen some Marvel ones as well, but are we going to get like Mickey Mouse ones and all this kind of stuff, or whether it's just, you know, kind of more of the Marvel and the Star Wars franchise? We've got a little look there at the other figures in the line. We've got the First Order Stormtrooper, Rey, and Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's look, as you notice, it kind of looks more like from The Force Awakens rather than the look we've seen for The Last Jedi, where Rey is obviously in a sand, Jakku outfit there. I don't think that's her Last Jedi outfit. But interestingly, the back of it's got this kind of red spray that looks like the trailer we've seen for The Last Jedi. So a bit of a mix mash there. So without further ado, let's get this guy open. Boom, we're back guys, and I've got him out of the box. And I have to say, I'm going to go into some detail, but first impressions, pretty decent actually, pretty decent figure. Loads of articulation. Let's have a little look at the height of him first now. So measure him up here. So they're quite tall figures, you know, talking 5.5 inches there. So quite big figures, big the 3 inch ones. Yeah, so the reason why I picked this guy up is because I really like the kind of stylized look of the figure. So if you guys have played Disney Infinity on any of the games consoles, yeah, the little figures you put on the portal, kind of like the Skylanders thing they did. They did all the figures and they look really cartoony, stylized, and I thought they looked really cool. And that is why I picked up Kylo Ren, because he does look like his stylized kind of Disney Infinity character, which I thought was awesome. So without further ado, let's have a little bit of a rundown. So there's bits of him that move, which is really, really cool. Excuse me. So his hood is like a separate piece on the top of his shawl up there. So yeah, that moves a little bit around, which allows for free head movement. So that's cool. So his head moves up and down inside the cowl, and head swivels as well, left and right. You know, his body moves as well, but that's, you know, pretty decent. And we loosen up, and it moves a little bit more up and down. So it's, you know, pretty decent range of movement there. Then he's got this looser, he's got his shawl over the top, which again is a separate piece, which just kind of hangs down the back there, but it's quite gummy plastic, so the whole thing moves around, so you're not have to stick with one position to pose him in. Then his arms have got a bit of movement on them, so they're on ball joints, so they spin all the way around, and then they've got a hinge joint as well, so they go up and down, so you can spin all the way around and go up and down. Then he's got another ball joint at the elbow with a hinge joint as well, so that goes up and down, so really great movement there. And then you've got a hinge joint on the hand, which spins all the way around as well. So really, really, really cool amount of movement there. And he's got a waist swivel. And then underneath his tunic, he has got, you guys can see that there, he has got hinge joints on his legs, so he can do the splits, and they go forward and backwards as well. They don't rotate, I don't think, the legs, so they just go forward and backwards and up, but yeah, that's fair enough. Then he's got a swivel at his kneecap, and it also has got a hinge joint at his kneecap there as well, so he can move all the way around. And then his boot, just at the bottom of his boot there, he has got a hinge joint there, so you can put his boot up and down. So this was a lot more articulation than I was expecting. I thought it was literally going to be pretty static, to be honest with you, but I am really, really impressed with that. Now, going into the paint job, it is a bit of a cop-out. there is literally one colour all over it. It's kind of a charcoal black colour. Although, to be fair though, some of his stuff like the tunic there is more kind of a really, really dark grey, and his legs are black, and his over tunic here is black, his hands are black, but there is definitely a bit of grey going on as well. So it's not, the whole figure is pretty much one colour with a little shading here and there of, let's say, different blacks to a bit of a lighter black. And then you've got obviously the silver around his helmet, bringing out the detail there. Nothing else around his mouth though. The actual sculpt though is pretty nice. Again, like I said, the stylized look. So he's got the webbing going all the way down his costume at the side. His belt buckle is pulled out there, but again, not a different colour. He's got all the webbing around his boots and his under tunic. Yeah, so, you know, again, really, really nice detail for such a small figure. He stands up absolutely fine. It's pretty cool. As I say, you can pose them in loads of different ways using the articulation. They've got two holes at the bottom of their feet, so is this a little nod to the future? Perhaps they're going to do a vehicle for him to sit in, or yeah, they can stand on little display bases. I don't know if they're the size of like standard figure bases you can get. So you can display all your figures nicely together. He does come with one accessory, obviously. What would Kylo Ren be without his broad saber? So there we go. Again, and there's a nice little bit of detail on this saber. So he's got the bit of silver metal and the black, and then obviously the red lightsaber going out the side and at the front. It's kind of a swirly pattern. So it looks like it's, you know, kind of, you know, it's not the smooth lightsaber that we're used to. It's the crackling kind of, you know, unstable blade of Kylo Ren's lightsaber. It's got a crazy little red thing at the bottom here. I don't know why that's there for. It's just that the plastic might go all the way through. But again, there's a nice lot of detail on that. And then it sits really nicely in his hand. Size-wise, it is nice size against him. It's not too big. You know, some lightsabers you get are absolutely huge or really big and bulky. And it sits quite nicely in his hand. So, perfect size for him. And then finally, guys, my suspicions were confirmed. There we go. There's the lineup of the toy box as it stands at the moment. You get this little pamphlet in with the figure. Collect them all. So you've got Star Wars, the Pixar toy box, and then the Marvel toy box. So you're saying you've got Kylo Ren, Rey, first of all Stormtrooper, and then coming soon another 3 figures. So you can try and make them out, but they're the same silhouettes for the female and the male. So across all the board there. So it could be anybody, but we get another 2 male characters and then a female character. And the Disney Pixar one, you've got Buzz Lightyear, Woody, Jessie, and then 4 others come in. And then a Marvel have got 1 more character out for them. So you've got Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man, who if I saw Spider-Man in the Disney store I probably would have picked up, but I didn't see him there. Bet the Hulk's good though, and Iron Man, and we get another 3 of those as well. So there we go, guys, there's a look at the little collect them all pamphlet inside it. So there's my review of the Toybox Disney Kylo Ren figure. Well worth the $9.99, guys, definitely. My only gripe with the figure is on the back of the box, his actual costume, so he's like his drape and his shawl and everything like that. I don't know if you can see it there. It's modelled a lot differently than the figure that we got in the end. It like bends at his knee and his shawl at the back is like flowing outwards. I would have liked to have perhaps seen that sculpt more, but I understand that these things change from the prototype to the finished figure. I would definitely be picking up some more of these, so I would definitely get Rey and the First Order Stormtrooper, but I thought I'd give you guys a review of this, just a little flavour to see the articulation and the paint schemes and the size of the figure. Definitely worth picking up some of the Marvel ones as well. I think this would be a nice little line going forward if they keep at it. And this is the second line that Disney have done. I've picked up that I've been quite surprised with, pleasantly surprised. So keep up the good work, Disney. Thanks very much, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. MDW signing off.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.